Hey, so like I get asked a lot, what's the first thing you have to do in customer marketing? And the first thing is really not about having a program even, or having, of course, a tool. The first thing is about defining the goals, what you actually want to get out of it, and aligning those goals with management, because you got to get buy-in. So choose 3 to 5 goals for the first year. Of course, customer marketing is a long haul, and it should be a long-term strategy with impacting sustainable growth. But you need to start small. You need to define 3 goals, 4 goals that the CMO, CEO, management understand that this is what we can achieve with our customer base in the coming 6 months, in the coming 1 year. And measurable, this amount of revenue from upsell, that amount of voice of customer and customer stories or user-based or reviews, this amount of impact on demand generation, customers, existing customers bringing new prospect, new lead customers, etc. So defining those goals is best. You might be focused on voice of customers, referrals, references, reviews, user-based content, stuff like that. That might be what you're missing right now, right? You might be more focused on upsell, cross-sell, expansion, so understanding patterns of how you can actually grow your customer usage, share of wallet, if you will. You might be focused on goals that are more oriented feedback, and feedback normally splits kind of to 2. So you have product feedback, features, roadmap, maybe beta customers, stuff like that. And you have market feedback, which is very important. What is the competition doing? What do your customers see the trend in the market, or where would they like to see you going? Stuff like that. So let's take an example of, customer stories. So let's say you want to get 20 customer stories, and you want 10 of them to be in the US, but the other 10 in the rest of the world. And you want them also to cover at least 5 industries that you feel you don't have enough stories about, that you're not telling, your use case of those industries, right? So that now is your goal. Now you can start talking about the program. So it means that you have to outreach to both customers in US, customers rest of the world. And it means that those customers need to come from those specific 5 industries that you think they don't have good representation. And it means, what is the reward for that? Do they then get to be part of your customer advisory board? Do they maybe get to meet the CEO next time you have a customer event? Maybe they just want a thank you letter. Maybe they want a $10 or $20 gift card for Starbucks, or just your t-shirt. Whatever the reward is, you define the goal, then from that goal you understand the audience, the cadence, and then you can also talk about what's in it for them, the reward, if at all. Hopefully that makes sense. Another example might be with upsell. So your goal for 1 year or for 6 months would be, okay, we want to understand how we can start generating upsell or expansion from our customer base. You kind of run an A/B test. So you take, your group of customers that you have some kind of theory about, they looked at this product or this feature, we think we can upsell that, let's try and see how that starts to work, versus, a regular group of customers that you're not testing that on. And then your goal would be to understand upsell, maybe to reach 100K, 200K upsell. You're not playing in, $2 million upsell in the first cadence. And when you set those goals and align with management on those goals, you get good buy-in based on your results. I hope that helps. And really, when you start customer marketing, you have to start with the end in mind. First, start with the goal and what you want to achieve in the near future and what you want to align with your management about. Then move on to scaling in the next steps. And we'll talk about those next steps in other times. Good luck.